Joining us once again is Monica from Speak Your Legacy. How are you? How have you been?
Everything's been really good. I'm happy to be here.
Good. Well, it was so funny because you were the first guest of our taping today. So you got to see a lot of the behind the scenes. What were your thoughts?
I felt like part of the family here. It was really nice. Everybody was pretty lively this morning.
Yes, and you absolutely are. So you never know what happens on a show day, right? Because there was like an accident on the highway and this, that, and the other thing happens, but you just kind of roll with it. And I think that's what you do as an entrepreneur, right? How did you start Speak Your Legacy? Because I love the name of your company.
Thank you. I went through a ton of names, but my goal was to tell people that we're about helping somebody leave something behind. So whether it's a voicing journey or working on language or even working on swallowing, our goal is to leave everything better than we found it. And so that's kind of how it all started.
Do you sometimes tape your clients, like have them say the alphabet or something, and then like months later they do it again? Do you compare?
Yeah, we do a lot of baseline testing and then retest later, but we also work with voice banking sometimes, which we just did a free giveaway for a patient that was supposed to lose their voice later from a progressive disease. So they'll have a sample of their own voice to keep.
I was married years ago. My husband Tom died, but one of my favorite things was this wedding album. And when you push the buttons, I hear him talking to me. He's like, oh, there's my beautiful bride. And you're right. There's something about a person's voice, because over time, or even if someone passes, you tend to miss their voice, like my mother's laughter. I have to struggle now after 30 years to kind of hear it, but I can still hear her singing Splish Splash, I was taking a bath. You're right. The voice is so important, and that's a beautiful thing that you're doing for them.
Yeah, we also work with the communication boards and the devices, and so we can put their voice into the device. So even if they can't use their language anymore, when they push the buttons, their voice is what's coming out.
Like,
so really
I'd like
nice.
a cup of coffee, or could you please drive me here?
Yeah, we take samples for that if we know that there's going to be a reason they might lose it. So it's pretty cool.
Wow, good for you. So you do have a lot of, what makes your place different is that you do have a lot of electric stim, and you have different innovation things there. So let's talk about that. What is electric stim?
Yeah, we try and stay as current as possible with research, making sure that the team is as best educated to serve the family. So we'll get equipment like the electric stim, and we take it with us, bring it into the homes. The pads go on the patient's face, and we can work on swallow strengthening, muscle strengthening. We also take the mobile swallow tests with us, so we bring it all with us.
Which last time you were here, and then we did it on set, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay. I was glad to see that you didn't bring it again for me, like doing it once. But you know what? It was really it was painless. So it's something that you can, I guess, assess, right? Their esophagus, or what are you looking for?
Yeah, we're looking at how all the muscles function and also how they look. So sometimes we're the only people to look in, so we have to be on our A game because we don't want to miss anything anatomically. We can get more answers to the rest of the teams that we work with, and get the patients the best treatment approaches.
You also just help, I guess, with just speech in general, right? How, like if you have like a tongue thrust or different types of things, what are some conditions or challenges that you can help with?
Oh my
goodness. I couldn't even get that sentence out, Monica.
No, we work with everything. So from birth through geriatrics, anything medically complex, any diagnoses that are congenital at birth, any trauma that happens, we kind of cover anything you could think of that's speech, language, swallowing, cognition, even memory training.
I also read that you have more insurances that you take than other places. And that's important too, because you want to kind of work with the family's, I guess, budget, right?
Yeah, we do our best to make sure, to the best of our ability, that nobody has to pay these large out-of-pocket costs if possible. So we try and reduce all the costs as much as we can. So we just took on 5 more insurances in the last 5 months. Yeah.
And what is it you actually, as a business owner, have to go in and apply and say, this is my business, this is how many people we see, these are the things we treat? I guess you have to be vetted by an insurance company in order for them to want to work with you.
It is a lot of work in the background, but it makes such a difference in getting the families the treatment that they need. And a lot of them have other medical costs that they're worried about, or other things that they're doing, or other things they just want to pay for.
Right.
So to pay hundreds of dollars out of pocket just doesn't really make sense for anybody.
This is cool too. You're doing workshops. You're doing like some sort of family community outreach. Tell us
Yeah.
about that concept and that idea that you're
Yeah.
putting to play.
We just opened some new workshops, so we have them both for clinicians, so we can get better education to all the speech pathologists that are actually going into the homes and working with the families. And then we're starting free workshops for anything from caregivers working with dementia, or even developmental milestones for kids, and teaching the families, this is what you're looking for, this is when you might need help. These are resources that can carry over outside of your treatments, and then this is how we can help you.
Well, I thank you for being here. It's lovely. And you have some good news. Can we just share it with the audience? What is your good news, Monica?
I got engaged.
Yay!
I bought a house. I went on vacation. I am feeling the best I've felt. I'm here with Donna.
And so that joy goes right to your guests too that you work with and your clients that you work with. And I just love that about you. So you're effervescent and joyful, and congratulations.
Thank you so
I was
much.
like joking before in the green room, and I said, "Oh, I'm taking credit for you getting engaged," but
Yeah.
I know that you've been dating them for a while.
You're
so.
all here for the journey, all in the community, on the show.
And thank you so much once again. If you have yourself or a family member that might need her services, please go to Speak Your Legacy and give her a call. Be well.